Hello, students. There are so much that we are yet to understand about ourselves, our surroundings, and the things that we see in our surroundings. Just take a moment and look around yourself and observe the things, all the different things that you see around you. You may see tables, chairs, books, phone, TV, your toys, your family members, your pets, and the list just goes on, right? Suppose you step out of your room, or when you step out of your house, you may not see the same things, right? You will see so many different things. Like you will see road, you will see buildings, you will see different apartments, traffic, different kinds of animals, ponds, lakes, etc. The list again goes on, right? So, everything that we see in our immediate surrounding is our environment. So, what is an environment? The surroundings or the space in which a person, an animal, a plant lives is known as an environment. Everything comprises of our environment. It can include abiotic and biotic components as well. So now just take a look at this classroom. What do you see in this classroom? You may see different things. You can see a teacher standing over there. Students are sitting on the chairs. You can see chairs, tables, a clock, charts are hanging on the wall, a cupboard is there. So different things are there, right? Okay, so all these comprises of the classroom environment. So I'm sure all of you understood what environment is all about. Now let's move on to ecosystem. So what is ecosystem? Let's look at it now. So ecosystem is a community of living and non-living things that work together. So what is it? It's a community of living and non-living things that work together. Imagine you visit a forest. What kind of things can you see in a forest? You can see different kinds of plants in the forest. You can see different kinds of animals in the forest, right? Apart from that, you can see sunlight coming from the sky. Then different kinds of things. Soil is there. Okay. So all these living things as well as non-living things in the forest, they depend upon each other. Plants depend upon animals, animals depend upon plants, plants depend on soil also, right? So all these things, they form a relationship by depending upon each other for their survival in their environment. Now, ecosystem has two components. Ecosystem comprises of both biotic and abiotic components. So we look at both of these now. Biotic components. So what are they? It's very simple. Biotic components are nothing but the living things. All those things that has life in them are called as biotic components. So as you can see in the picture, you can see a boy, a dog, elephant, a tree, a fish, a flower, mosquito, and different kinds of plants and microorganisms. So all these are having life in them, and thus they all come under biotic components. The next one is abiotic components. So abiotic component is just the opposite of biotic. Biotic is all about living things, and abiotic is all about non-living things. In under non-living things, you can see toys, your all these pencil, paper, pen, which doesn't have life in them are abiotic. Under abiotic, we can also include the sunlight that we get from the sun, the light, temperature, wind, humidity, etc. Now, ecosystem is of two types: natural ecosystem and artificial ecosystem. So, what is natural ecosystem? It's very evident from the word or the term natural. That is ecosystem which is originated without any human intervention is called a natural ecosystems. So you can see the symbol over there. That is, humans are not included in the process. So in natural ecosystems, they are there from the beginning, but even when humans were not there. So it happened very gradually and naturally. So that's why it's called as a natural ecosystem. Under natural ecosystem, we have two subdivisions. We have aquatic ecosystems and terrestrial ecosystems as well. So, aquatic ecosystems, you can understand by the term aquatic. What does aquatic mean? Something which includes water in it, right? So, all the water bodies. Can you name few water bodies? You have seas, ponds, lakes, rivers. Yes. So, all these come under aquatic ecosystems. Ecosystems in water are called aquatic ecosystems. The next is terrestrial ecosystem, which is the opposite of aquatic. Aquatic is all about water, terrestrial is all about land. So, ecosystems outside the water body and on land are called terrestrial ecosystems. So, examples you can see here: forest, mountains, deserts, right? Yes. So, I hope all of you understood about natural ecosystems. Now, the second type of ecosystem is artificial ecosystem. So, from the term itself, you can know or understand artificial ecosystems are created or they are man-made and they are maintained by humans. Artificial ecosystems, they have certain characteristics of natural ecosystems also. They are man-made ecosystems and they're maintained by humans only. Now, examples you can see: crop fields, all the paddy fields that you see, they are all made by humans and maintained by humans as well. And the next you can see an aquarium. So what is an aquarium? It's a place in which fish and water creatures are maintained. It can be a small tank or a big fish tank also. So they're all they're all created or maintained by man. The next one you can see a terrarium. Terrarium is nothing but a place in which live terrestrial plants and animals are kept in controlled conditions. Okay, so that they can just copy their natural environment in that small it's just a small bowl, but still you have all the conditions necessary for its survival similar to its natural environment. So that's a terrarium. And then a garden. We all have gone to gardens, right? We have gone to parks, we have gone to zoos. So all these are maintained by humans. So all these come under artificial ecosystems. So I hope all of you understood about the different types of ecosystems. Now let's look at biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste. So I'm sure all of you have a basic knowledge about what these are, right? Anyways, let's look at it. So solid wastes are classified into two major types: biodegradable waste and non-biodegradable waste. Let's look at biodegradable waste first. So biodegradable wastes are those wastes which can be easily decomposed by the natural agents like water, oxygen, UV rays, acid rain, microorganisms. So all these are called as natural. You can see here oxygen, acid rain, water, microorganisms, and UV rays. So they are called as natural agents. So biodegradable waste, they are acted upon by all these natural agents, and what happens to them? It will get decomposed and it will become smaller compounds. Suppose, for example, you eat a banana, okay, and you throw away the peel under soil, or in soil you just throw away the peel, and after a few days when you go back there and check for the banana peel, what do you see? Will you see the banana peel over there? Like, no, you will not see that. Why? It's because the banana peel has been biodegraded by all these factors that I mentioned now. It can be biodegraded by oxygen, acid rain, water, sunlight, UV rays. microorganisms. So the activity of all these things will degrade that banana peel, right? Yes. Now, some examples you can see here. All these are the things which is very common in your house also. Just go and observe it every day in the kitchen. You can see all those banana peels, vegetable peels, eggshells, and you can also see paper and pencil sharpenings, right? All these are examples of biodegradable waste. That is, all these can be easily biodegraded by the natural agents. The next one is non-biodegradable waste. It is very simple. It's just the opposite of biodegradable waste. Non-biodegradable means these are those waste which cannot be biodegraded. So the waste that cannot be broken down by the act of natural agents into simpler molecules are called non-biodegradable waste. They are immune to natural processes. That is, no matter what you do, okay, even if you break it, nothing will happen. Even after so many years or thousands of years, it will remain there itself. The very good example for this is the plastic. So we all know that government has banned the use of plastics, right? Do you know why? That's because plastics are non-biodegradable, which is we cannot break it or we cannot uh, destroy it by the agents like natural agents like oxygen and all. So that's why they are saying not to use plastics. For example, you throw the plastic cover in the soil, like how you did for the banana peel, and after some days you go and check for the plastic cover. Will you see it? Yes, it will be there. Unlike banana peel, plastic is non biodegradable, it cannot be broken, and even if we try to destroy or break it, it will lead to the release of toxic chemicals, which is harmful for you as well as for the environment, as it creates pollution. So we cannot break plastics. Very good examples of non-biodegradable is plastic. You have the glass bottles, the metal, all these crushed cans, all the metals, iron, all these are non-biodegradable waste. So we should always be very careful about the things that we use in our daily life. We should know to distinguish between biodegradable and non-biodegradable in order to protect our earth. So this way we can reduce the amount of waste that we create every day. So now let's look at the differentiation for biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste. So biodegradable waste are those substances or waste which can be broken down into simple non-poisonous substances by the action of microorganisms in nature. Non-biodegradable substances, they cannot be broken into simple non-poisonous, and even if we try to break it, it will lead to pollution and the release of toxic chemicals. Biodegradable wastes are made up of natural ingredients, whereas non-biodegradable wastes are made up of synthetic ingredients or materials. Biodegradable waste can produce useful products after biodegradation. For example, the banana peel that you throw, after it gets biodegraded, we can use it as manure. Whereas non-biodegradable waste, it remains unchanged chemically. There will be no change in them even after thousands of years, as they are non-biodegradable. Biodegradable waste, they do not remain in the environment for a long time, as all the activity of microorganisms will be there to degrade them. Non-biodegradable waste, they persist or they stay in the environment for longer period, even for so many years also. Examples for biodegradable waste: vegetables, fruit peels, paper waste, cow dung, wood crumbles, etc. And non biodegradable waste, we have plastics, synthetic fibers, metals, glass bottles, etc. So I'm sure all of you understood the need to separate biodegradable and non biodegradable. I'm sure all of you will keep this in mind. So, in today's class, we studied about our environment. We studied about the ecosystem, types of ecosystem, aquatic, natural, artificial, all these things you studied today. We also saw about biodegradable and non biodegradable waste. Thank you.